Now, covering every county, this is your statewide newscast. Arkansas Today in high definition.
Storm sweeping through the natural state. Heavy rains causing flooding problems in northwest Arkansas. Its impact will no doubt be felt for days there. A road has been washed out. Good Wednesday afternoon. I am Aaron Nolan. Severe weather hitting Arkansas right now as we speak. This is a day that we've kind of been watching here in the natural state. So we bring in Pat Walker. Pat, you knew this was coming. It's changing, too. It's continuing to evolve as the afternoon hours approach.
We're now kind of moving into maybe a little bit of a lull in activity for more things happening later on. We've had those severe storms in northwestern Arkansas with those flooding rainfalls. But now you can see here on the map, that yellow box right there, that is tornado watch for northeast, north central, central east, south Arkansas. We're still going to have the threat for damaging winds and maybe some winds, some wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour. But the tornado threat, especially in South Arkansas, is probably going to be more likely here this afternoon.
All right, in addition to Pat, we do have team coverage all across the natural state. We have the Arkansas Storm Team on standby in case something happens. 5 meteorologists are currently in this room. We've got Caitlin Reardon taking a look at things in Pope County, and in the northwest corner, we've got Channing Barker. But Pat, right now, kind of walk us through the time frame, what you expect this afternoon.
All right, well, we still have rain and thunderstorms in the state. In fact, there is still one warning in effect right now. It is in north central to northeast Arkansas for Fulton, Izard, and Sharp County. That yellow box right there, that's until 12:30 for this storm coming in through Izard County, about to move into Sharp and extreme eastern parts of Fulton County. A warning, maybe some 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail possible with that. A lot of lightning and, of course, heavy rainfall there with this storm. Back closer towards central Arkansas, storms from Conway County moving into Faulkner County now, Perry County moving into western Pulaski County, and one really strong storm in Montgomery County moving into Garland County right now. These storms are all moving toward the northeast pretty fast too, around 45 miles per hour. That whole general line of storms from northeast Arkansas back into southwest Arkansas are really going to spend the rest of the day moving through central and through east Arkansas back into northwest Arkansas. Still a little bit of a light rainfall in northwest Arkansas, and the flooding concerns are going to be still obviously big there, but the threat for heavy rainfall for the rest of the day is pretty much wrapped up. But look, more thunderstorms back in the northeast Texas, so more to come throughout the day. A cold front will be moving through, 70s ahead of it, 50s behind that front. We'll be looking at that and keep you updated on the radar and any other storms that do pop up this here in the next 20-30 minutes during Arkansas today. Aaron?
All right, Pat, thank you so much. Flooding has taken over parts of northwest Arkansas. This is the scene near Fayetteville right now as a road has been washed out. We're going to go to that location right now with Arkansas Today's Channing Barker, who is live in Washington County. Channing, kind of walk us through what you're seeing and tell us a little bit about the rain. Has it stopped? Is the flooding going to subside at any point?
Yeah, Nolan, I just heard Pat say that the rain has kind of wrapped up here. Well, actually, right now, the wind is coming in even stronger, and so it feels like the rain is coming down harder, and it's getting a little bit chillier here. And we are standing on Blue Springs Road, which is in the eastern part of Fayetteville near a small town called Goshen, where the rain and the flooding has essentially crumbled this section of the road. This hole is every bit of 15 feet deep, and just while we were standing here earlier, the hole grew even wider as more chunks of the road literally fell beneath our feet into the area of water. And county crews have been putting up barricades like rock and concrete barriers to prevent anyone from getting near the hole. And safety, obviously, the biggest concern for everyone of those people who's trying to get to this road. We've seen some people actually turning around once they see these concrete barriers out here, trying to get through this area, then realizing this road, half of it's not even here anymore. And this weekend, we are expected to get more rain in northwest Arkansas. So crews tell me that they are going to be monitoring this section of Blue Springs Road hour by hour to see how they're going to fix it and what the next steps will be, because right now the rain is still continuing to come down, and so not a whole lot they can do except put up these concrete barriers and put up more rock like this right here. Reporting live in Washington County, Channing Barker, Arkansas Today.
All right, Channing, thank you so much. As you can see, the rain continuing to come down, meaning those flood waters are going to still be rushing. Severe weather also damaging homes, trees coming down in Pope County, some dealing with trees on houses. In fact, Caitlin Reardon made the trip from the capital city down Interstate 42, Russellville. That's where she joins us now. Caitlin, good afternoon. Kind of walk us through what the weather is like right there and any damage that you've seen from Pope County.
Well, let's talk about that. There was some pretty heavy rain on the way up here at times, and I was driving because Ross had the camera, so it was a little tricky. I had to really go slow and try to get through that very carefully. Right now, we still have thunder, lightning in the area. We did finally manage to find some damage. Here behind me, you can see a tree across the road. It actually fell on some of these power lines, too, which obviously could have some effect on why there's power out throughout parts of the county. You can see these workers trying to get this moved as quickly as possible. We also found out that the tree on the house in the neighborhood that we had been in before had been already removed by the time we got there. So people are out trying to get this cleaned up probably before that next round of storms does move through, as you mentioned. So far, power still out in parts of the county. We do know that. The rain is still steady here. We're going to try to drive around a little bit more Pope County, maybe head into Yell County a little bit later and look for some more of that damage. But for now, this is where we're at, Aaron. I'm going to send it back to you.
Thank you, Caitlin, so much. Make sure you follow all of these reporters on social media. Let's take a look at some power outages as those storms came through earlier this morning. Kind of 10 o'clock is when things really started to fire. Northwest Arkansas had a lot more action happening even earlier than that. Energy Arkansas right now reporting 9,100 customers without power. The majority of those, actually nearly all of them, in Pope and Yell County with 4,300 and 4,200 respectively. So definitely power outages is starting to become a concern as these storms sweep across Arkansas. Full weather coming up with Pat Walker in just a couple of minutes.
Now, your statewide forecast with meteorologist Pat Walker.
Welcome back, everybody. A reminder, tornado watch until 5 o'clock this afternoon for much of central, northeast, and south Arkansas. Severe thunderstorm watch will be expiring at 1 o'clock. So within the next hour, that'll be dropped off. And maybe even a couple of warnings or a couple of counties in this tornado watch actually might be dropped before 5 o'clock this afternoon. No warnings in the state right now. As we were talking earlier, one warning up in the north central and northeast Arkansas, that was canceled a few minutes early for Fulton, Izard, and Sharp counties. Now, storms are moving into the central Arkansas area now. Storms in Conway, not severe. Moving into far western Pulaski County, not severe. Even down to around Hot Springs, pretty strong storms around Lake Ouachita. Coming out of Montgomery County, not severe. But in Little Rock, quiet right now, cloudy and kind of breezy and warm. Storms over Lake Maumelle up to around Conway. Looking storms from Conway to Greenbrier, again, not severe. And back down to Saline County and back into Garland County, looking at these storms of very heavy rainfall that have come out of the Montgomery and Montgomery County, Mount Ida area. Now, northwest Arkansas, severe weather threats wrapped up, but still rainfall heavy anywhere east of I-49, west of 49. Looks like the rainfall is pretty much done, and there may be some light drizzle or occasionally some sprinkles. The stronger storms from Stone County into Van Buren and Cleburne County, and now one storm that did have the warning on it earlier, extreme eastern parts of Fulton County, northern Sharp County at this point. Looks like it's just east of Mammoth Springs, soon to move into parts of Randolph County and might move on into southern Missouri. Northeast Arkansas, still kind of quiet, haven't seen too much, but temperatures are rising there into the mid and upper 70s. Back into southwest Arkansas, we're still looking in occasionally some stronger thunderstorms coming in out of Texas, where one moving into Little River County right now is pretty strong, and other storms firing along I-30 will keep making their way up into southwest Arkansas and keep at least the southern part of the state, I think, with the threat of severe weather through 5 or 6 o'clock this evening. Now, cold fronts trying to make its way through the state. We're looking at 50s behind that front. Basically, where we've had a lot of those storms and heavy rainfall, it's cooled down. Severe weather threat has dropped off then, but you can see everywhere toward the east of it still in those 70s, and east of that, where the warm area is, central south Arkansas with that moderate risk. That's a 45% chance of severe storms still for this afternoon in northeast Arkansas. That is a 30% chance in the enhanced. Now, tornado risk, well, still only looking about a 15%. That's still pretty high, though, in South Arkansas. These hatch lines mean some tornadoes, if they develop, could be EF2 or greater. That's winds over 110 miles per hour. And we could have that large hail potential, over 2-inch size hail possible this afternoon in South Arkansas. Your typical 1-inch to golf ball size hail for central and northeast Arkansas. And damaging wind threat equal across the board for the rest of this afternoon. So here's your forecast track looking at these storms continue to make their way through central Arkansas and southwest Arkansas between now and 2 into 5 o'clock. We start going more into northeast and south central Arkansas, and up to around 7 o'clock this evening, we'll finally see those starting to get out of even southeast Arkansas, with rainfall continuing back behind them, and then quieter weather for tomorrow. But guess what? As we go into Friday, we have more severe weather potential coming up by the end of the week, and more flooding rain potential as well for the weekend. That's your statewide forecast. Now, here's your local forecast.